Hello to you, I am ASMR Weasel. I hope I can make you feel calm, relaxed, and good. So in today's video I will be using a soft-spoken voice, and I will be talking about interests like the TV series I enjoy watching, and it will mostly be focused on paranormal and mystery type of TV series, or things dealing with the multiverse, but I will make one exception. And I will also refer to a film series, Harry Potter, today. And I think we'll actually begin there. Also, I hope this helps you just escape to a few quiet, calm moments in your day and just helps you relax, even though it's just me talking about films, movies and TV series. So here we have Harry Potter and the Deadly Hallows Part 2, the last part of the Harry Potter movie series. And I enjoy Harry Potter immensely. I've read all the books, I've watched all the Fantastic Beasts films and all the Harry Potter films. And for those of you who do not know, Harry Potter is, well, of course you probably know that Harry Potter is a hugely popular franchise with millions of followers. But for those of you who don't know, Harry Potter is the story of a boy who survives a killing curse by a dark sorcerer, and then gets, at the age of 11, admitted into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and there he learns how to be a wizard. And over time he finds out more about his past, as this dark sorcerer actually murdered his parents when he was 1 year old. And over time he finds out more about what happened that day and comes to confrontation with this sorcerer, and in the wizarding world everyone is afraid of this dark sorcerer, to the extent they don't even mention his name. They just call him he who must not be named. And yeah, now Harry Potter is called the boy who lived because he survived the killing curse, and is also a hero because the day the dark sorcerer tried to kill baby Harry, the curse instead actually ended up defeating the sorcerer, but of course, eventually, during the series, the sorcerer tries to find ways to return to full strength. And well, I don't want to spoil anything if anyone hasn't watched or read this, but let's just say that for each movie and book, for each movie, things get more and more intense, and it ends in full-scale wizarding war in the end. The first movie is a children's movie, but the last movie is actually more like a teen or young adult type of movie. So yeah, it's a really dramatic change in tone as Harry Potter grows up and the movies and becomes more and more made. The next I want to reference is not actually Doctor Strange. I mean, I have that because that was the closest I could come to a symbol of what I wanted to talk about. By the way, yeah, and basically that is WandaVision. And WandaVision is actually a very cool show. Now, I'm a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I really enjoy the character of Wanda Maximoff, who was introduced in Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, WandaVision is a show in which the character finds himself in this kind of almost simulated reality where everything is like in a sitcom, And in the first episodes you have no clue what is going on. Absolutely no clue what is going on. But as the episodes progress, you get more and more a picture of what has truly been going on in the series. So it sort of combines sitcom and comedy with mystery and some eerie, slightly creepy elements as well. And WandaVision builds up to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So yeah. So it's also it's not strictly necessary, but it's an advantage to have watched WandaVision before one watches Multiverse of Madness. And Multiverse of Madness is of course continues both Doctor Strange and Wanda's story, and sort of crosses them over into each other in a way. I don't think I will be talking too much about this movie here, because I enjoy the movie, but because it's not really what I'm planning to talk about in my video. I just talked about it because it was connected to WandaVision. Another series I really enjoy is Once Upon a Time. And Once Upon a Time is like the ultimate fantasy series to me. It comes from the creators of Lost. I have never watched Lost, I just know it comes from the creators of Lost. And here you can see all the, the various here you can see the various 7 seasons DVDs. So it's a really long series. It covers like well over 100 episodes, and it's 45 minutes episodes. So this is not a mini series. If you intend to watch it, you have to either portion it over a long period of time, or you have to have a lot of time to watch it. But this is really the ultimate fantasy series I dreamt of when I was a child. So Once Upon a Time tells the story of all the fairy tale characters we love and know, like Snow White, Prince Charming, etc. And it tells the story of how they have all been cursed by the evil queen, and they have been placed in our world, in a quaint town called the Storybrook. Only they live cursed lives. They don't remember their fairy tale lives anymore. The story, so the story takes place over 7 seasons, and there is this character called for the savior, Emma. She is actually, and I don't want to spoil anything if anyone hasn't watched the series, but she is at least related to the fairy tale characters, and she is destined to break the curse. So the story, the season 1 tells the story of how the curse can be broken, and it tells the story of the curse, and then the 6 later seasons expands on this from there. Altogether the 7th season is very different, because it takes place like much later than the other seasons, and with lots of new characters and stuff, but also some of the old characters. But in the series final, most if not all of the old characters are seen again. So in the 2-part series final. I think it has a great ending, both the ending of season 6 and which is pretty much the ending of the original series, if you wish, and the ending of season 7, which is the overall ending of the series, is great and brings it full circle. And and although the evil queen starts out as the villain, many new villains come and big bads come later in the series, but in the season 1 it's the evil queen. The series had an atmosphere of both fantasy, drama, and also some mystery actually at times, because sometimes we have to find out what caused the curse to happen, what caused, we don't encounter only one curse in the series, what causes the dark curse to happen, and sort of find out what in the past caused all of the events in the present to happen. Anyway, it's a really enjoyable series, I think. If you enjoy fantasy and fairy tales, I advise watching it. No. Another series I enjoy, which I grew up with as a child, is the series of Ghost Whisper, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt. And Ghost Whisper is a series which ran for 5 seasons and over 100 episodes. From 2005 to 2010. the series was cancelled, so it never got a season 6. And those there are some threads which weren't wrapped up, because I think they intended to wrap it up in season 6, but the series doesn't end on a cliffhanger. It ends on a happy note at the very least. So yeah. I really enjoyed the series. Here you can see various discs and stuff. Yeah, this is the season 1, and this is a series about the paranormal. The dead are talking and she is listening. It's a story about a woman who can see and talk to ghosts. Of course, yeah, she is often met by much skepticism by others, because not everyone believes in ghosts, but this is the series of a woman who can talk and speak to ghosts. Melinda Gordon is her name, and she helps them over. It's a fictional series, of course, but she helps them over to the light or the other side, if you wish, or to heaven, if you prefer that. But so the series is mostly based on emotion, when about how she in each episode helps a spirit over and helps their loved ones get closure. But because it talks to the loved ones of the spirits who are passed. But the series also have elements at times of thriller and mystery. Actually, there are a few episodes in the series are actually slightly thriller episodes, and the series has mystery elements as well, because as the series progresses, Melinda gets more and more involved in the more weirder and mysterious aspects of the paranormal, ghostly side of things. And there are some episodes which even have slight horror aspects. It's not a horror series, but some episodes have some more creepy, slight horror aspects, actually. Especially in season 3 and 5. And not all the ghosts Melinda encountered during the series are good. You see here, you can see one of the spirits which aren't good. This is the white-brimmed hat man, and he's not good. He's trying to lure spirits to the other side of that which is not good. Essentially, he's trying to lure them to the underworld. And he is sort of the closest things you have to an antagonist in the start of the series, but it doesn't show up before very late in season 1. And she encounters more other terrifying spirits which aren't good later in the series. And in season 5, she even encounters beings which devour souls. So yeah, so it doesn't just go on into the light side of the paranormal, but most of the episodes are standalone. But in each season, there is a larger plot thread which runs across the season and is usually wrapped up in the season final. The series gets more intense as time goes on, especially season 3 and season 5 are very intense in terms of when it comes to the spirits which aren't good. And season 4 is also not exactly intense, but very different. And yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a fun series, and the season finals are usually, both the season openings and season finals are usually very interesting. And after a while, there is definitely this battle between light and darkness going on in the series too. So yeah. Now, I also, before I'm done, I want to talk about 2 other series. One I can advise is a series for teens and young adults on Disney Plus, which is called Parallels. And Parallels deals with the multiverse. And it's a 6-episode miniseries, and it's about 4 teenagers who essentially get separated due to an experiment at the super collider. They are just intending to have a party in a bunker, but at the party, that experiment causes side effects which sends all of them into parallel timelines and realities. And they sort of have to fix this mess. It's a very enjoyable series if you enjoy just mystery and parallel timelines and multiverse. I can also, on the side, I haven't watched this series yet. I may do so later, but I've heard it's very popular, Stranger Things. I don't. The reason I haven't watched Stranger Things yet, even though it deals with mystery and the multiverse, is because I just haven't felt ready yet. It's been so much other stuff going on, what I have focused on or had as hobbies. But I can advise this series if you enjoy. I can't advise this. Sorry, I misspoke. I can't advise the series because I watched it, but I have heard that it's a popular series, Stranger Things. I think it has many seasons and it deals with the multiverse and stuff, and I think it even deals with the more grimmer and grittier aspects of the multiverse. I'm not sure. I think the series has horror aspects. I'm not sure, but so don't take my word for it because I'm not sure. But I believe I have read that. So if you enjoy the multiverse, maybe Stranger Things is something for you. I can't say it because I haven't seen it, but I may do so later sometime. Now, the last series I want to mention, which I just recently watched. I watched all of it in May because I hadn't heard of it before. Manifest, and Manifest is like the ultimate mystery series. It's about the passengers of Flight 828. You know, they depart the plane in April. No, they depart the airport from Jamaica in April 2013, and then they emerge in November 2018, and it turns out they have been missing for 5.5 years, and no one truly knows what happened with the plane or the passengers. Like, did they travel through a wormhole in time? They were frozen in time? What happened to them? And it's a 4-season series with 62 episodes, or rather it's 3 seasons, and then it's the 4th season is divided into part 1 and part 2 essentially. Yeah, more or less. So it's a very enjoyable series, and season season 4 part 2 was just recently published. The 10 last episodes. The series consists of 62 episodes, and is a very enjoyable series if you enjoy mystery. If you enjoy mystery, I think it's a very enjoyable series. The passengers sort of have to figure out what's happened to them, and the series takes place in the years 2018 to 2024. And the passengers have to figure out what happened to them, and as the series progresses, it becomes apparent they are part of a much bigger plot and a much bigger events than they could possibly imagine at first. Like, it really goes up on this word scale after a while, and towards the end of the series, things takes a rather dystopic turn, and and things are very difficult for the passengers towards the ends of the series because, let's just say they meet some things, terrifying obstacles during the series, like, and I can also add that after the passengers get off the plane, they get something called callings. And by that I mean they hear voices in their heads which speaks to them and asks them to do things, mostly good things, but during the series they aren't sure if the voices can be trusted or not. Are they good or aren't they? It's a really great series, and I really enjoyed the ending as well. It really brought it full circle. And I won't spoil anything, but the series ends. Towards the ends of the series, things are like really dystopic at times, and let's just say that the government of the series isn't always very kind to the passengers. But anyway, it's an enjoyable series. But I actually did sort of enjoy the dystopic turn the series took towards the end, because it really was sort of like a nice homage to the science fiction stuff I love, with dystopian states and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't think I spoiled anything right now. I just indicated I didn't spoil. But you will have to watch the series if you want to know what happened to the passengers and what was the answer to the mystery. I'm not going to spoil anything. Anyway, and also before I conclude, I can add what actually today. Sorry about that, by the way. Today, today the Secret Invasion premiered, and Secret Invasion is a new series set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which follows the former Shield agent Nick Fury. And Fury, he is sort of trying to uncover a plot by the shape-shifting Skrulls, who it is claimed have infiltrated all life on Earth. They can shapeshift as humans. So he is trying to discover the plot. The plot. And Tretvay pose. Yeah, and he is working with another Skrull friend to do it. Because there are good Skrulls too. At least I think so. I mean, I haven't watched the premiere, and today it was just the first episode that dropped today. The 5 later episodes will come in the 5 coming weeks. So I have not watched the premiere or the series yet. So we'll see where that series goes. But it's sort of a spy thriller, and it will definitely have mystery aspects as well. So yeah. So I hope it just was an enjoyable video for you, even though it was just me talking about things, and maybe if there was anything I told you about which you haven't watched, which sounded enjoyable, you can watch it. And by the way, Manifest is found on Netflix. You can find Manifest on Netflix. I forgot to add that. Anyway, if there was anything, while WandaVision is on Disney Plus, as is Secret Invasion. Now, if there is anything, and Ghost Whisperer is also on Disney Plus actually. Yeah. Now, if there is anything of any of these you want to watch, then you can just go and watch them, really. So yeah, I hope maybe that people just found this enjoyable, even though it was a little different from the videos I usually do. It was just me talking. And I hope maybe I inspired some people to give them ideas to maybe things they want to watch if they're just bored or just need something to watch, But only if they found any of these concepts interesting, of course. And of course, some of you have probably watched some of this stuff already. So I hope you have a great, blessed, divine, enjoyable day, and I wish you the best, and the best day in the world. Thank you.